Heyo everybody, Haku here with 13 Jump Week Part 2, and it's actually been like 2 weeks or so since I've recorded Part 1 of this, so you've already seen Part 1, it's already up by now. So for this one we're going to have Don't Blush Sekime-san Chapter 18, ITLC Chapter 14, Blue Box Chapter 4, and Witch Watch Chapter 13. I do believe that is alright, and right after I do this I'm also going to be doing 14 Jump Week, and Part 1 of that is going to have "'Tis Time for Torture Princess 98, Sakamoto Days 23, Candy Flurry 4, Nine Dragons Ball Parade 13, and Ghost Reaper Girl 20. And part 2 of that's going to have Excuse Me Dennis, It's Touching Me 25, ITLC 15, Blue Box 5, and Witch Watch 14. Then, of course, once I have both of those up, next week I can get to work on 15 and 16 and decide what chapters I want in each of those. I'm actually not really as far behind as I thought I was, but yeah. Just wanted to let you all know the plans for the next one after this one and how I'm going to catch up to them all. So yeah, either way, that is it. Let's start getting into reading stuff, starting with Chapter 18 of Don't Blush Sekime-san. Okay, starting off with Don't Blush Sekime-san, Chapter 18. Probably going to be a pretty quick one because these chapters are usually pretty short, but I don't know. I think a good trade-off for the chapters being kind of short is these color frontispieces every single time are like so good. Like, look how great this one is. You're all I can see. It's so great. Also, this is just like the cutest like slice of life romance going on right now. It's so adorable. Also though, I'm not caught up to it yet, so I'm not reacting to it here on Jump Week yet, but if you like this, I would also really recommend gosh, what is it? Hokkaido Gals are super adorable. Like, that one is really good too. Like, I'm not caught up, but what I've read so far, I love that one. And it's similarly, like, really cute. Sensei, does this go in the phys ed storage room? Yeah, thanks. The storage room's door tends to stick, so make sure there's nobody inside when you close it. Okay. Yep. And then he meets Sekime in there. Sekime-san, good work prepping for the sports festival. You too. I'll help with that. Thank you. Hey, anybody in here? Guess not. And they both get quiet. Oh no, and they're going to get locked in. This is a trope I've seen before. Both go to hide in separate corners. I didn't want him to see the two of us by ourselves, so I ended up hiding. He should be gone now. And of course, so cute. His name's Takadono, right? It's been a couple weeks, and I'm just now, I'm still just trying to get into the series. Takadono is trying to open it, and I love how, like, weak and flimsy he looks. It won't open, and Sekime joins in. They're so adorable. Again, I think the height difference is, like, the cutest thing ever, too. Come to think of it, the storage room's door tends to stick, so make sure there's nobody inside when you close it. Is what Sensei said. I guess we're stuck in here. Sekime-san, calm down, Sekime-san. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love this so much. I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. It's like that time some wild birds flew into the classroom and just fly in circles. It's dangerous to run around in the dark, Sekime-san. And she trips and falls straight onto him. Again, I've seen this trope before. They're so adorable. And she jumps up, slams into the door, and it wobbles, falls over. It's so funny. They both just put it back, and she runs away. And they lived happily ever after. After that, the phys ed storage room door was much easier to open. That's so adorable. Like, beyond the reaction faces, and then just him cowering on the ground and her running away. They're so cute. I love this series. I love it so much. That was amazing. Amazing chapter. Only took 3 minutes to read. Like, what a great weekly. Okay, I'm gonna get over this then. That's so cute. And move on to ITLC Chapter 14 next. Okay, dokes. Time for ITLC Chapter 14. Yeah, I'm excited for this one too because I've liked this Mare, again, not sure how to pronounce it, storyline. I should really look up the raws or something so I can see what the katakana they're using looks like. But yeah, I thought this arc was really, really funny so far. The past few chapters have been like the best in the series. I think they finally like really, really hit their stride. I've been enjoying ITLC from the beginning, but I think recently especially, they've really, really been hitting. So either way, I sure do like splitting things. We didn't have much in my country, so we had to share everything. And it was because of that that I lived a happy life. So in a way, splitting things is a symbol of love and peace. And he chops a popsicle in half. I forgot we just met this guy at the end of last chapter as well. Sakon's face. Sakon Futatsky, he's a straight-laced, hot-blooded detective who can't remember the Chinese zodiac. He can't be serious. Are you sure we should be coming to this person for help? Mr. Wan will be useful in arresting Miss Mar. That's why. And it looks as though he's standing up. I love the way your hair splits down the middle, my dear Iowie. Oh my, how wonderful. Hey, what are you doing? Knock it off. Idiot, Mr. Wan would never hurt Big Sis Iowie. They push him. Big Sis Iowie? Quit butting in where you don't belong, you rando. Hey, let me down. And they're just weighing him up. Everyone, please don't fight over little old me. Okay, best girl. Risa Iowie, detective who loves criminals but dislikes dogs. Aw? Behave yourselves now. You should all be fine even without my love. Big Sis, if it weren't for you, you're a goddess. They're members of the Church of Iowie. So, Mr. Wan, about that favor. Sorry, not really on board with it. Not interested in catching Mar either. Looky, parted right down the middle, she says. Oh my, wow, you're clearly splitting it so cleanly, and the part goes on forever, too. Well, kinks do come in all shapes and sizes, I guess. But I'm already used to that center part in your hair, Iowie. I've become a bit splithargic to it at this point. Why am I hearing so much custom lingo today? Mr. Wan, the truth is this person's name is Sakon. Sa means left. Sakon? Left? He, a twin, very perceptive. He's one half of a whole other life. So, I can whisper, as long as you whisper, then I can whisper, right? Tee, is that what you're into, isn't it? Or that is what you're into, isn't it? All right, ask me anything. Did she just sell me off? There's something I'd like you to prepare for us. Want some? Want some? And he's offering the popsicle. Thanks, but that popsicle bounced off the table. Hey, listen to me. Is that ASAP, please? 6 days later. Tomorrow is the declared day, and a huge gathering of Mar followers of... they're like a bunch of rowdy soccer fans. TV's been non-stop about Mar. Bet the ratings are better than those shoddy variety shows. Chief Akiraka, a superior with the powers of a housewife, who's really into Korean dramas. By the way, Sakon, would you mind not spending so much of our budget on dumbbells? It comes out of my pocket after all. But I need to train my body as much as possible. You only have 2 arms. You don't need 1,000,000 dumbbells. And there's a knock. Excuse me? And it's, Homura, that's right. Oh, it's Miss Kamiki. I'll see myself out to give you 2 privacy. Gee, how very thoughtful. I swear. Miss Kamiki? Should you be at I Division? Chief Hamaguchi got really angry the first that the first division and I Division worked together. I Division is the enemy. Ridiculous. What's the point in fighting among ourselves? Homura Kamiki, she's Sekon's childhood friend and a detective in the first division. She's secretly a fan of pink. See, I love these little, like, character things. You've been working around the clock lately, right? Watch this and blow off some steam. It's a Captain Billy DVD. Captain Billy. He's Sekon's ideal fitness instructor. He's watching that thing like it's an actual movie, he thinks. Yeah, Eam? Get him. I thought wow, I read that really wrong at first. Get him. Yeah, there, go. What were you in the middle of? Magazine, Kaizuka's World. I was looking up info on Gado Kaizuka. The bulk of the paintings Mar steals are his, from when he was active in the 2000s. But I haven't scored any leads. Not only has she appeared on the security cameras, she's shown her face and used one of her followers. It's also brazen. What's Mar trying to accomplish? For whatever reason, I'm sure Messiah will figure it out. That's what I believe. I just need to do whatever I can to help her out. Say, Homura, and we have a flashback now to Homura and Ukon. If anything ever happens to me, take care of Sakon. What kind of talk is that, Ukon? You plan on kicking the bucket or something? I'm a detective. Anything could happen at any moment. Sakon tends to rush off on his own. I want somebody to be there by his side. That's fine, but I outrank you, so use my title. We're childhood friends, it's fine. You're the reason Sakon's so uptight around me anyway. Looks like I've stuck my nose in too far. Breaks my heart, but I don't have a place by his side any... Oh, hello, Homu! And we had just have Ioi sliding in. Oh my gosh! Welcome back, Miss Ioi. Her outfits are so adorable every time. She can barely stand. Constant all-nighters. Going to take a little nap, okay? And she just falls over behind the couch. Why there? Confined spaces help me relax. She's been running around like crazy since that day, but it seems she's caught on to something. The designated day. Myochin Museum. Squad B. A squad, B squad. See anything? Don't let even a single mouse get in. Ghost Thief Mar won't... Oh, wait, is it Ghost? Oh, Phantom. Studying hard, I see. I Division here again to... Hey, this isn't your living room. And we just have Akinaka doing laundry and Sakon reading the newspaper. Chief Amaguchi, the current chief of the 1st Criminal Investigation Division and a devoted husband. Utilizing every spare moment's important. Wait a minute, Ioi's not here? No, but she's certainly somewhere. Are you plotting something again? Go away. The 1st Division has this under control. No need to treat us so callously. If you like, you can assist us. Not on your life. Take a look. We have a secure lock on the painting. It's set up so that you need to press 3 remote controls at the same time to even disengage it. Impossible for one person to do. Well, maybe you can with that trident hair of yours. I'm afraid he's always like this. You have such a foul mouth, dear. Why's my wife here? I wanted to see the Mar show up close. I begged Mr. Akiraka. Don't call it a show. Tee-hee-hee. 5 seconds till it's time. Phantom Thief Mar is going to pop up somewhere. Or I wonder if some of these cops are plants, like they're her followers. She didn't show. Scared of the 1st Division, are you? Hello, a woman's voice. Why don't we play a game first? A little hide-and-seek somewhere in the museum is a real beauty. Me, to be exact. That's so good. Me, to be exact. So come find me. Hide-and-seek. All squads, search every corner of the area. Before the main event comes the opening act, right? Hee hee hee. I wonder if that little lady is around. I'd love it if she were. If I beat someone beautiful, my beautiful deviation value will grow even higher. Hurry and appear before me, my sweet. That's a really good That's a really good panel, I was in the middle of saying. And then I noticed Ioi. That's so good. It looks like such a cool, badass panel. Like, I could have even read this without even noticing her there. It's so good. ITLC is really, really great. A lot of people, I think, underrate this because of how all over the place the earlier chapters were, but I think it was worth it to get to, like, here. To get to where it's, like, really hit its stride. That was a great chapter. Alright, so, yeah, I love that one. I really, really like this arc thus far. I'm excited that I don't really have to wait a week since I'm going to be catching up. It's probably only going to be like a day or two between me reading the rest of this. But either way, I need to finish this video, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to Blue Box Chapter 4. Okay, time for Blue Box Chapter 4. I know I said before that I was going to put this up to a vote whether I continued reacting to it in Jump Week or not, but I kind of changed my mind because honestly, I feel like I'm starting to kind of get into it, starting to kind of be like, okay, you know, I really want to read. I really wonder what's going to happen next for it. I definitely still don't think it's the best thing in Jump right now, but yeah, I'm starting to really get into it. So yeah, Blue Box Chapter 4, let's see what we get this time around. Sign Ame Private School Entrance Ceremony. Blue Box number 4, Chosen One. I like this frontispiece a lot. Yeah, this frontispiece looks really good. Still getting used to the characters' names. But, was her name Haru maybe? No, maybe Mina. I don't remember. But the girl on the frontispiece, I actually think might be my favorite character thus far. But either way, moving along. Now, everyone, congratulations on the start of the new school year. I know it's a busy time, but the national qualifiers are right around the corner. We'll be holding matches between our team members next week to determine who will be participating, so be prepared. Honestly, I feel like I'm really getting into all the characters except the main character. Yes, sir. The path to nationals is still a long one. You have to become a regular on the team, place in the top 16 at district qualifiers, and then be one of the top 2 at the prefectural qualifiers. At the very least, you'll have to beat the second-year Haryu, who placed 3rd in the prefecture last time. Or to put it another way, if I win against Haryu, then nationals will be in my sights. That's an easy enough goal to understand. So, what's your record against him so far? Don't ask. By the way, a lot of spectators in the gallery today, don't you think? They're probably here to check out the different clubs. Although, frankly, what most of them are here to see is... And then we see the basketball team. She just gets more and more fans every year, and as for what the rest of them are here to see... Oh? That's so interesting. So we have the other girl. Splendid. Chono, you were marvelous. You're the star of the team. The goddess of rhythmic gymnastics has smiled upon you, young lady. Thankies, thankies. Let's try our best to be number 1 in the country. They're really counting on her to do well. What an eccentric. After seeing that, what can we upperclassmen even do to compete? She was 4th in the country in junior high, right? And I hear Dad's a former representative for the Japanese gymnastics team. She's practically a chosen one. Spectator fees 2,000 yen. Like I'm paying that. Says the guy who's shooting me such passionate looks. Don't be shy now. I'm not shooting nothing. Who you calling shy? I understand what it feels like to be charmed by the sight of something so beautiful. You don't get to say that about yourself. Why do you gotta be so... The gymnastics team's incredible. I know. He looks over at Chinatsu. Well, time for practice. And he storms off. Not good. It's because Chinatsu-senpai keeps catching me like that she has the wrong idea about us. And then he gets a pat on the shoulder. Gotcha. Hina. Okay, you know, Haru and Mina, I kind of like put them together and I got the name right. What are you doing here? You live in the other direction. About that. It seems a famous chiropractor opened a clinic in Azumacho. Oh, I heard about that. It's close to my house. Wait a second. This is terrible. If Hina catches Chinatsu-senpai going into my house, I've got to lead Hina away from here. Chinatsu should still be at school. Let's go before it gets crowded. Good idea. Oh, what a cutie! And she stops to pet a dog. What? You look just like Uncle Shuhei. No one here even knows who that is. This is precisely the problem with the youngest sibling born in the first quarter of the year with type B blood. And we have prejudice. Then again, it's not like Hina knows the situation. These look tasty. Now she's just doing this on purpose. They have chunky style too? Fine, I'll buy you one. Then hurry up and get to the chiropractors. Huh? I don't need any, and she's drooling. You should see the look on your face. After all, it'll put me over my daily caloric intake. Plus, each one has 40 grams of sugar. I've already had 110 grams today. Do you always consider that sort of stuff? 110 seems like a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Do you always consider that sort of stuff? Of course. If I increase my body weight even by a few 100 grams, it'll make me less graceful. Then I'll just have to waste my training time to get it back down again. I don't want it to lead to an injury or slump either. I'm not very good at putting in the effort. Okay, let's go. But if I can put up with something in order to get it done, then I'll put up with it. What's with that face? Nothing. I just thought you sounded pretty cool. It didn't look like that's what you were thinking. I mean, it's already pretty impressive that you'd turn down a taiyaki, but the fact that you don't consider that trying hard is just proof that you're normally strict on yourself. When I think about the difference in standards between people who are stronger than me and me, it makes me a little unsure about myself. And at the same time, knowing you're fighting right along with them, Hina, makes me think you're really pretty awesome. Is everything alright? You're suddenly so sentimental. I mean, being praised for taiyaki. I quit acting so calm about all this. Remind me to never compliment you again. But honestly, I think you're someone awesome, Taiki. You went up and talked to Chinatsu-senpai, even though she's way out of your league. He's wasting his time, she thinks. Are you trying to upset me? If there's anything little old me can do, just say the word. Bruh, I got you. First of all, knock it off with the dramatics. Besides, you don't even get anything out of helping me anyway, right? What are you doing? That might be true. However, mister, moving on from the previous topic, who are you calling mister? Your stance toward challenges, Lord Taiki, is what I find so cool about you. So, from one friend to another, I want you to seize victory. Hina, what's gotten into you? Now who's getting sentimental? Uh-oh. What is it now? What's behind me? Wait, don't. And is that Chinatsu and some guy? Is that Chinatsu with Haryu? You know, I really like Hina, and a bunch of people were saying in the comments last chapter that they really hope it doesn't turn into a love triangle, and I really hope the same thing, because honestly this is a really cool friendship, and I feel like turning it into a love triangle is just the worst cliche that every romance has had problems with again and again and again. But like, I don't know, I feel like it would not only just be a really bad trope to see for the 1000th time, but it would ruin this like really good friendship that I'm really liking between Taiki and almost called her Haru again, Hina. So yeah, I don't know, I really like that chapter though. Mostly because it focused on Hina a lot, and I really like her character, and developing their friendship in this way is like really cool. Like I really hope it doesn't turn into a romantic thing, because this is like a really cool friendship setup. But either way, moving along, we're going to finish this video out with Witch Watch Chapter 13. Finishing off this week's Jump Week with a Witch Watch Chapter 13, excited as always. I really like Witch Watch. I've said it a lot that I think it's really sort of the kind of series where it's not incredibly like good or exciting, there's not a ton going on, but it's definitely not bad either. It's just a really calm, chill weekly read. So I think it's a nice cool down. It's a series I like, and it's something nice and chill to end with for the week. I do kind of wish a little more started to happen though. That's something I hope for the future of the series, I guess, because I do feel like we've spun our wheels a little bit, where, like, with the exception of Khan joining as a new character, not much has happened since the very beginning of the series. Like, within 13 chapters, basically all we've gotten is Khan joining, when it comes to big developments. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'd like to see a little bit more, but I'm cool with it just being chill, whatever. So, let's see what we get this time around. We have some cool looking art or something on a phone. Wow, that's so good. Did you really draw this, Cuckoo? Yeah, that's so cool, you're amazing. Nico, not so loud. Is this fan art of a manga or something? Yeah, it's a series called Yuran Mirage. Mirage, huh? Neat. Nico, shush. And the teacher walks in. I love the teacher as well. I really hope we get more of her. Huh? Are they talking about UM? Yuri Makawa, 26. Class 1-3 homeroom teacher. Kinda wish her age was a little older though. 26 seems like... I mean, I guess that's not really young for a high school teacher. But I don't know, in my experience, that seems like really young for a high school teacher. Yuran Mirage. It's a school battle fantasy manga about teen boys who wield swords to battle monsters. I love the little narration bubbles we get as well. Known for its vague world-building, mystery-laden dialogue, and obscure plot, the world feels chaotic and uncertain as a whole. It's hit with the fan community because its sudden story developments leave tons of plot threads dangling, encouraging rampant speculation in fan canon. The mangaka's recent announcement that they're allowing derivative works stoked the hype around the series even more, making it the hottest manga currently on the market. Reminds me more of video games than any manga I can think of. It reminds me much more of like Dark Souls or Kingdom Hearts in having things being vague or just like weird and twisty. I wouldn't be so sure of that. It's not great, but not bad, but also not great. I'm sure no one will understand. Oh, okay, so this one is Utsuro and this one is Oboro. They're both really hot, says Nico. Yeah, Nico, how many times do I have to tell you to pipe down? Stop ruining all the fun, best girl. So, they're Utsu X Obo fans, Anyway, you keep getting better and better at this stuff, Cuckoo. Yeah, after I started posting, what if you were a high school teacher and you find out all your favorite fan art is coming from one of your students? Yeah, after I started posting my art on Chitter, gosh, maybe not the best Twitter, parody name. I got really into it. Oh, you're on Chitter, Cuckoo? She's on Chitter. Chitter is a Twitter-like social media platform. What? I've seen just about every single piece of Utsu X Obo fan art on Chitter, thanks. Checking for new fan art is a daily ritual for me, in fact. I even send fan letters to my favorite artists. Do you have followers and stuff? How many? Excellent question, Wakatsuki. Yeah, I'd say about 10,000 or so. What? Hold it. Whoa. 10,000 followers? She's a big shot artist. This piece here trended for a while. Then I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. There isn't a single piece of trending Utsu X Obo fan art that I haven't seen. Artists with right around 10,000 followers narrows things down a lot. Wait, what? Hold on, no. It can't be. Is she really my current favorite fan artist? I love this. See, this is so good. More of this would make the series better. No. Identifying her would be impolite. Most otaku on social media prefer that others don't know who they are in real life. I mean, I don't want the people I know finding out I'm Dengeki Melon online. I shouldn't pry into this any further. Miss Makawa, why are you still here? And she jumps. No, I was just coming to pick up some papers, that's all. I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking anything unprofessional at all. We didn't think you were. And then she notices the phone. Anyway, it's late. You three go home, all right? Yes, ma'am. Goodbye. Oh, ma'am? And she slams the door, starts stomping off. Goodbye, ma'am. Yes, goodbye. She is my favorite fan artist. Urashino is Jaime yet slightly out of reach. 13. My student is my favorite fan artist. That was so good. And now we have... God! She's putting her head down at her desk. Jaime's growth as an artist has been eye-opening. Those of us who've been with her from the start, when she only had single-digit followers, have something akin to a sense of parental pride in her. She must have started by studying proper highlighting technique. The character's skin looks more vibrant and alive now, and her pieces as a whole feel brighter. Those are massive improvements. I think she's grown more comfortable with shading techniques and color saturation too. Her pieces have fewer unnecessary lines, yet there's even more attention to erotic detail like muscle definition and blushing cheeks, making them more crisp and defined. It's a good example of how artwork brimming with the artist's kinks can really grab a viewer. Why, with Utsuro's character, she's managed to infuse his energetic, yet delicate personality into even minor details like the bounce of his hair and the look on his face. And using only some cool colors in his shadow and the shading in his eyes, she's brilliantly brought out so much of that loneliness that he's felt ever since the Chaos Retrieval arc. The fact that she's caught on to that feeling at all is a sign of her powers of observation and deduction. That such incredible art is present in my life at all is a blessing. But most of all, I identify so much with her interpretation of character relationships. I love these freaking Hunter x Hunter text boxes. Yes, Utsuro and Obito only met through Kasumi, and their talents are so different that they hardly interacted with each other. In fact, it almost looked like their feelings were primarily for Kasumi, but then came Chapter 35, the training camp chapter. The fandom went crazy when they discovered that both characters were secretly paying attention to each other's school rankings, especially Obito. He's so aloof, so much more skilled than all the others. For him to pay attention to another school rank, Utsuro must be so incredibly special to him, cries, in parentheses. This piece was obviously inspired by that one spot in Chapter 57, when Obito is speaking to Sagiri and lets slip, though I suppose there are people whose minds are not always on the here and now. For a stoic character like Obero, that line was almost like him talking too much, but if you read the previous and following scenes carefully, it becomes painfully clear that he was referring to Utsuro. For someone typically so calm and logical to expose his true feelings like that, it's so priceless. And this is one of Jaime's amazing points, but she so perfectly captured Obero's complicated emotions in the scarf he was gifted by Sagiri. The scarf he was gifted by Sagiri. The pose with the two of them standing back to back, with Obito turning only his glance towards Utsuro. That composition, a composition that seems so obvious yet so obscure at one glance at this piece, and how perfectly it captures their relationship makes me wonder if there is any other artist out there capable of the same. I'm not sure there is. I bet you that by the next week there'll be so much fan art put up that was clearly influenced by this piece, the fandom will make even more progress. Ah, thanks to this glorious art I can live another day. Thank you, Kokumi Ureshino. Perhaps someday we can overcome the barrier that separates student and teacher and talk to each other as two fans. Did you just say my name, Miss Makawa? Yeep. Oh, geez, I reacted just like Hantengu. Yeep. Miss Makawa, my goddess has deigned to bless me with her presence. Urashino, what brings you here? All right, I finished a draft of the health bulletin. Could you please check over it and give me permission to have it printed? I even admitted some illustrations. Please take a look. No, I'm not worthy. Miss Makawa? Oops, that was an obvious otaku reaction, but I'm so close to her I couldn't help it. I can't let her catch on. I couldn't bear to make my goddess notice me. Oh, of course, good job. Let's have a look. I'm her homeroom teacher. I must get back in a teacher mindset. Dental Health Awareness Week. Don't be vague about it. And they have the character with the toothbrush. So priceless. Huh? What? Priceless? Priceless like your family. Makawa says totoi in Japanese, which sounds similar to ototo, which means little brother. Do you have a little brother? I do not. Oh, right. That's right. I was just checking your family makeup, that's all. Why would you ask that now? Anyway, this is very well drawn. This is bad. I can't stay this close any longer. I have to end this conversation and fast. Ureshino, do you like to draw? I want to talk about about art with her so badly my mouth moved on its own. Yeah, I love art, and especially manga. I'm a major otaku. She actually admitted it herself. Do you like manga, Miss Makawa? No, she shouts. Huh? I don't know anything about it. I don't watch anime either, and I certainly don't know about the voice actors. Sorry. What? But, Miss Makawa, you make a lot of offhand manga references when you talk. It's going to be exciting with a witch around. It'll be like that part, like we're part of Sally the Witch. Okay, at first I thought Nakime had somehow taken control of our classroom. Well, I do read a little. Crap, Geekrit's showing. Are those a few volumes of Uran Mirage you have there? I'm just borrowing them. Oh boy, this is getting too hard to keep up. The most poorly hidden. Oh, that's so great. I love UM. It's one of my favorites. What parts do you like best so far? I wasn't really paying attention when I skimmed it, so I don't remember much, but there was this, test of sorts, a selection, that was okay. Oh, the selection exams. I love that part too. I don't recall much of it. The selection exams arcs was so blah blah. Then Obero taking part, blah blah. Such a critical development, don't you think? The story of the characters is also blah blah blah. And he just continues on. Don't you think? Then there's the, it's so amazing. I love it to bits. Oof, it's like looking in a mirror and it hurts. Oh, oopsie, I'm sorry. I got so wrapped up in that, I almost forgot something important. Back in the classroom, you dropped this character keychain that was only ever sold at one event. Just throwing that bomb out there, are you? Oh, crap, you're kidding. Did I really? Wait, it's not what you think. Hey, Miss Makawa, are you lying about yourself? I'm not ashamed at all. I learned this when I started drawing, but it feels really good to just be yourself, never mind who's watching. I want to talk about with you more, Miss Makawa. Too bright. I do too. And so Yuri Makawa caves. Come on, Nico. Cuckoo won't be coming with today, so let's just go to the restaurant together. Okay, I want a parfait. Oh, there's Miss Makawa and Cuckoo? They're walking together. Are they going somewhere, maybe? This is limited edition merch. Miss Makawa must have dropped it. I'll go return it to her. Max brain power. I love Best Girl. Actually, let's go somewhere else today. Huh? Why? Some friendships deserve privacy. Good for you, Cuckoo. Why do we have to sit in different seats? And we have a different table at the same restaurant with Khan and Moe. Why do we have to sit in different seats? Why'd you have to come along? That was the best chapter in Jump this week. That was a hella great chapter. Best chapter in Jump this week. Best chapter of Witch Watch so far. That was so funny. I think earlier in the series they did this well too, where they have the fantasy elements that make it like exciting and different. But they just also have these, I don't want to say relatable, but like, yeah, I don't know, these weirdly relatable situations where it's like, I don't know, some series do this as well, where they have a situation that's like oddly specific, but it's also a situation where you're like, oh, I can totally imagine that, or oh, I've seen somebody in that situation, or have been in that situation before. It's just like these weirdly specific and yet somehow relatable things that happen. But yeah, that was incredible. That was a really, really, really great chapter. Either way, though, that is the end of Jump Week for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, because I certainly did. Especially just this video. Don't Blush Sekime-san was adorable in only 3 minutes. Like, I love how much enjoyment I can get out of something so cute and so short. And then I Tell C was incredible, so good. I liked Blue Box a lot this week, and Witch Watch ended us, like, again, on the best chapter of Witch Watch so far, I think. Like, there have been some good jokes, but I think the way that this chapter stuck with a really, really, really good joke throughout the entirety of the chapter and fleshed the same joke out in different ways, I think it was really, really, really good. But yeah, love the chapter. Thank you all so much for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of any of these chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction to them. I'd love to talk more about any of these series with you all. Like I said, the future videos will be coming very, very soon as I catch up. Subscribe for more of all of this, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I can give you a link. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon to help me keep making videos, it's patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.